In our system planner, you'll be asked to choose one of three misting units we engineer: our basic drum unit, our super drum unit, and our tankless Gen 3 unit at 3 different price points. The purpose of this short video is to compare and contrast the features and functions of each, so you can decide which unit is right for you. In truth, it's relatively simple to build a basic drum-based misting system. You start with a 55-gallon drum, add a motor. Next, add a pump with an intake line and filter. Then add a little plumbing to manage how the nozzle circuit pressures down. Then add some brains, in our case a digital controller, so you can manage the misting program. Then add a remote receiver and transmitter so that you can trigger a mist from the comfort of your living room. We assemble the components on a chassis that is mounted to the drum lid. We then add a hard plastic shell over the components and a soft waterproof cover to protect everything from the elements. Hook it up to a nozzle circuit, and there you have it, our basic Gen 1.3 misting system. It's a simple, high-quality, very reliable appliance that will last for years and years. And it's functionally close, but better built than what our competitors sell at about the same price. But this is where our competitors stop. As you'll see, our design is really the starting point for a much richer range of important functionality that addresses issues that arise in the real world. Now let's talk about what's so super about our Gen 1.3 Super Drum unit. One important addition is our agitation system. As you might expect from its name, it gives our unit the ability to agitate the drum contents to ensure that the next mist cycle is the same as the last. More importantly, it also slows biologic growth that frequently occurs in a hot drum and reduces clogged nozzles and other related problems. But that's not all. The system also enables the unit to manage pressure up and pressure down in the nozzle circuit, removing excess pressure to eliminate nozzles dripping, and leaving fluid in the lines between mist cycles to ensure misting occurs immediately on startup. The agitation system also prevents siphoning the contents out of the drum if the yard service cuts the tubing in the nozzle circuit or a squirrel chews a hole in it. And when you add some leak detection, the Super Drum can sniff out a leak in the nozzle circuit and shut the system down until it can be repaired. And finally, you can add our optional iMist 3 cellular module to the Super Drum and monitor and manage your MistAway system with an app on your smartphone. More about that in another video. To summarize so far, while our basic drum unit gets the job done, the Super Drum has considerably more functionality that addresses real-world issues and will improve the overall performance of your system. Now let's talk about our Gen 3 tankless unit. Gen 3 is smaller and to most people more attractive. Let's face it, you can't do much to the looks of a 55-gallon drum. So the trophy in the aesthetics category goes to Gen 3. But how about functionality? It turns out that Gen 3 is identical to the Gen 1.3 Super Drum with respect to having the ability to manage agitation, pressure up and down, leak detection, and internet monitoring. In that category, they're both trophy winners. So how are they different? Mainly in the way you replenish them with water and concentrate. A drum unit is replenished by pouring concentrate into the drum and diluting it with water from a garden hose. In the tankless unit, the concentrate bottle is inserted into a coupler and water is supplied by a connection to a faucet. You set the mix ratio in the controller, and a dosing pump in the unit delivers the right amount of concentrate to achieve the target mist composition. So the tankless unit takes the trophy in the ease of routine service category. But that comes with a cost. In order for the Gen 3 to be able to manage concentrate and water, we had to add components. There is a subsystem to add the right amount of water from the faucet, and another to add the right amount of concentrate from the bottle. Both units are extremely reliable if they are maintained. However, the additional components that give an edge to the Gen 3 around routine service mean a few more moving parts and more potential for component failure than in the Gen 1.3. On balance, we have to give the trophy in the reliability/ease of troubleshooting category to Gen 1.3. Now this is a little inside baseball, but it might be important to you. Some misting concentrates, particularly the natural ones that are comprised of plant oils, are chemically destructive to plastics, and these chemicals are more aggressive in the concentrate than they are after they've been diluted with water. Since the Gen 3 has to handle the concentrate, pumping it out of the bottle with the dosing pump, it's more vulnerable to chemical attack and related component failure than the Gen 1.3, which only handles the dilute material. As a result, the Gen 1.3 can safely handle a wider range of concentrates than the Gen 3, and Gen 1.3 gets the trophy in the concentrate flexibility category. So far, if you're counting trophies, it looks like a tie. With respect to managing misting, they're functional twins. Gen 3 comes in a prettier package and has some advantages in the efficiency of routine service, but with that comes a cost of higher potential for component failure and reduced flexibility about which concentrates you can use. And finally, there's cost. Gen 3 sells at a premium to the Gen 1.3 Super Drum. One of our dealers likened the Gen 1.3 Super Drum to a Toyota 4Runner and the Gen 3 tankless to a Mercedes SUV. They're both functional, rugged, reliable vehicles, but the Mercedes is a more expensive purchase and you've got to put premium gasoline in it. Hopefully you've got the information you need to make a decision. You won't be making a mistake no matter which of the 3 units you select. Thanks for watching.